Hello and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Winona and I'm with the wonderful, the lovely, the awesome.
And the blushing. Hi everyone, it's Vwild. Still on the bullshit, never gonna get off it. And I should also probably introduce who I'm playing. I'm playing Detective Lil Lin Stagehand. At your service, armed with a shovel.
Indeed, as Scribbles is sweating, as this is the very much long-awaited shovel talk. Cue title card. Eh? Vwild, can you hear me? Oh no! It's not even 5 seconds in.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, thank God.
We got the golden rule. Don't click out the goddamn tab.
Yeah. Yeah, don't click out the tab.
I've learned. Don't worry, I'm here.
Awesome. But like I said, this is the long-awaited shovel talk. And we find ourselves today back in Toontown, specifically near the teleportation center, because Scribbles, after dealing with all the business that happened with Order of the Pink Dragon game, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, go watch it. It's a very great game.
Nod.
Has had a time. And I'll do a little quote that I put into one of our chats of what the actual headline for the paper is saying lately. UPA headmistress is secretly a dragon. With a starting line, a group of adventurers stumbled upon a dark secret in the UPA university and defeated the evil dragon headmistress. And it devolves into some details of the case.
And, you know, Lynn does read the papers. You kind of have to as a detective. You need to know what's going on all over Ironquill and a bit further if you can get your hands on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just like, that's interesting. And then managed to look at a picture of the group.
Yeah.
And I would like for you to imagine there is literally her sitting in network at one point in the nice chair with a cup of tea, looking at that picture and just the blink, blink. I shouldn't be surprised. And yes!
Yes.
So, the bright idea is, alright, make it a 2-for-1 deal, I'm going over there. And I'm just gonna roll, because I realize I need to roll Lynn's nightmare die just because. Hey! Good day.
It's a good
very
day.
Good day.
Nice.
She had good dreams last night. That's a 7.
Yes. Nice.
So Lynn's quite literally gone, you know what? It's a good day. My son's off having fun. Hattie's going off having fun. I'm gonna have my own fun and enrichment, terrorizing a wizard. And so off she's going.
And let's start off with a perception check. Because, like I said, Scribbles at the teleportation center because he had to go to UPA himself because, of course, his parents found out very quickly. So he had to do some damage control from there.
That is a 16 plus 8.
Let's see. He's not really hiding. So, yeah. Let's see if he notices you, though. Let's see his perception. Nope, he don't see shit. That's a 3.
That's a 3?
That's a 3.
Oh my god.
That's a 3. Say 2 plus 1. equals 3.
I mean, for one thing, Lin is a detective and knows how to blend into a crowd to avoid detection. It's literally part of her job. At the same time, Scribbles, this is a golden monkey. This is a golden monkey in a bright orange jumper.
Yeah. And he's just like, I bet he's just like a little bit stressed. He's just like, finally, I'm back home. I can just go to the apartment, relax. I settled out my parents and my sister. Almost got beaten up from my sister, but you know what? It is done. I am good. We are good for right now. Just gonna go to the apartment just to relax.
You know what? For pure comedy's sake, while he's having that, there is a monkey behind him with a shovel. Basically, like how you hold a staff or a axe normally. She's just there with it, and then just from behind Scribbles, there's like, "Hello, Scribbles."
All right. Let's see. You know what? I'm not gonna roll. For comedy's sake, Scribbles hears this and basically jumps into the air, hair standing on end, purple. He just clings to the ceiling like a cat.
Ha! You can't stay up there forever, picnic.
Lin! What is it? I mean, what are you? Oh, he's like, yo. So, I'm guessing you came for the paper, hopefully.
Oh yeah, I read that. That was an interesting story. I gotta admit, it was. I looked at it and I went, huh. Well, I'm sure I don't know those people who fought a dragon. And then I looked at the picture.
Yeah, that was a time.
I can imagine. You know what? You know what would be a better time? If you come off the ceiling and talk to me personally. Don't worry about the shovel.
I see you're trying to hit 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah. I got my shovel and I'm using it. Now you can either come down here and deal with it, or I can throw it up to you. I can aim. I have training.
Yes, you do.
You actually see her like bounce slightly on her feet with the shovel. It's just like, I have training.
I know, but he then used Misty Step to start running.
So it is a chase we are after. And there is the crack of her neck as she stows the shovel on her back where her axe normally is. On Strider, she's going. Tell me, how far does Misty Step take you, seeing as you were on the ceiling?
Misty Step is 30 feet.
Guess what? 40 feet usually, long Strider, 50 feet.
Oh, so I bet she like cuts him off like at the exit.
Yeah, it's just he's running, flash step, monkey.
You know, fair enough. You've been chasing me for a while. I should have expected that. However, he then casts Fog Cloud.
You are a mother picker!
Takes one to know one!
You know, and she does just say under her breath, you know, I'm impressed. I'm still going to remove some of his bones. And should I roll perception to see whether she can figure out where the pecker he is?
Yes.
And he's an 18. Wait, disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
18 plus 8. 16 plus 8. It appears 16 is the number of the day.
Well, unfortunately, you hear footsteps, but of course, there's a lot of footsteps going around now because this is a public place. But as the fog cloud disappears, you do see Scribbles eventually, but he's like extremely far away. He's a couple blocks down now.
So that's how it's going to be. Well, it'll make the end result that much more satisfying. She's giving chase, and she has that nicer beast barbarian thing of being able to climb without any checks. So she's taken to the roofs. She is tracking. She is hunting. She is having a wonderful time. I think we both need to roll survival at this point.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's say.
What is your survival? What is your survival? Your survival is.
That's a 12.
That is a 12 plus 6.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dice Parser is not working right now.
No. But I still put it in that way in the
Yeah.
hope perhaps one day it shall return from the war like top.
Hopefully.
Indeed. And it is, I will have it, because this keeps happening in the delightful sense of, you know you're not outrunning the monkey, Scribbles, because every now and then there is just this flash of gold at the corner of your eye making you change directions.
Yeah.
You can tell just... We have Avery. You can tell that she's not catching up to you. But it almost seems intentional. Scribbles, you're being herded.
Oh no. Scribbles sees this and he's like, oh boy, I need to get out of here. So Scribbles has a fun spell because he's a bit higher level wizard. So he casts fly on himself. So he grows a pair of wings and flies.
Lynn, blink, cups her hands around her mouth. That is peckin' cool, but it's not gonna save ya. I'm just gonna have fried wings later on.
Too bad you can't. They're magic.
I can eat magic. It's fine.
You do hear a hearty laugh from Scribbles.
Oh, I am going to take those wings, and I am going to have fun. I've done it before. I have taken appendages before. I'll do it again. And she's not going to take a pot shot at the guy, because it's just like, no, that is cruel and mean, and you don't shoot someone with a crossbow bolt in a friendly chase.
Yeah.
So she is just going to carry on giving pursuit, because what's your flight speed?
Scribbles' flight speed is 60 feet.
So you actually you've got her on that one. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because she's still at 50 feet.
Mm-hmm. But it's close, man.
Yeah. Especially as I think we'd... Athletics or survival. Either one would work to see how this not race is going.
I say either one. I would say either one. Probably survival for Scribbles at least.
Alright, it's the same modifier no matter what for Lynn.
Oh no. Oh no. So
that is 17 plus 6. How are you doing, Scribbles?
Not one. So the two towns of a large city. A city has many different things that are in the air. There's birds, there's telephone poles, there's different signs. And this time it was a sign. As Scribbles was more preoccupied making sure of not, leading back. He's trying to lead himself back to the apartment to safety. However, he loses his sense of perception around him and he goes slamming face first into a billboard.
I want to say, it's one of those, have you had an accident and it wasn't your fault sort of things?
Yes! Yes!
It's just splat right into one of those.
You know what? Let's see how much damage this guy takes. I'll roll a d6.
You need insurance.
Oh my god, it's a 6! Yeah, Scribbles like,
You are severely winded. You've probably got the swirly eyes at this point. Just
yeah.
that was a smacker.
Yeah,
That was
his wings drop automatically.
You may be eligible for compensation.
Yes.
And you know what? In the meantime, with that survival roll from Lin, Lin absolutely knew you were gonna do that and said nothing.
Yeah, he's just just trying to gain balance, swirls, and say his hair is all in curls. It's just like, yeah.
It's the moment he comes off the billboard, he's gonna get tripped by a golden tail. It's just flat on your back.
I mean, I've flown, but I have not flown and been chased before.
Lin is probably going to, like, if he falls over, she is going to stand on him and is just pat on the head.
However, I still do have a couple tricks up my sleeve. As, hey, Lin, do you want to make, let me remind myself what it is. A wisdom saving throw?
Boy, do I! Alright, that is a wisdom is not her, it's a +4. That is, does a 19 save by any chance?
Yes, because that's higher than his DC as Scribbles touches you, but you feel like magic flow through you, and you can tell that he was trying to polymorph you, and he's just like, oh shoot.
There is the Lin looking at where you booped.
Yes.
And then looking at you. And there is the slow grin of, oh, you picked up. You know, I could be incredibly cruel. As you know, I am a barbarian. I have very few spells. I have spells, though. I don't want to peck and thunderclap you, though. Although I could.
You could.
And now she's staring at her hands, just, I could. You know how rarely I get to use spells, Scribbles? It's rare.
I know.
I'm using it!
Ah!
Impulse control, out the window. Make a con save.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. What is your con save today, Scribble? Let's see. Oh, that's actually not bad. That's a 17.
That's her DC, so beats it. Lin does it. There's a loud noise. You wince, but you don't take damage. And she's just there looking at her hands going, someday this is going to be effective when I want it to be.
I mean, you were up against a powerful wizard and spellcaster in my own right. And also, I'm stronger than Gregory, and he uses Dimension Door.
There is the squawk as suddenly the person she was standing on is no longer there.
Yeah, it's like almost like he's like falls through the door.
Falls through the door. Door slams shut right as she lands on it, and she's just like,
yeah.
Gregory's plenty strong. You mother picker, get back here! And she is just gonna yell at the top of her lungs, and I'm not going to do it at the top of my lungs for obvious reasons, but I know you're a powerful wizard, but you can only use that higher spell once, I'm sure. I know you're near.
You say
Emerald bones.
You hear it echo twice now.
Good to know. So you've only got one left. And now Monkey is hunting. The
Make it,
detective is on the loose.
yeah, make it survival since Dimension Door is a funny spell that has a range of 500 feet.
15 plus 6, 21.
Yeah, I feel like Lynn when he's like, yeah, you know where Scribbles is going. You're a detective. You know that he's heading home.
Yeah. Specifically that he also yelled, and so there was an echo. Harrier straight up twitched. She is mentally calculating the different routes he could take and all the ones she could use to intercept. This was her for years.
And he couldn't help but gloat.
It's like all criminals. They can't help but gloat. It's great. And she gives chase. Not in the directly after him, but in the way that she knows she can intercept. So I guess on that front, roll perception to
Yeah.
see whether you can figure out where she is before she tackles you.
Yeah, that's what I was about to roll. Let's see, perception.
I should also possibly roll stealth.
Maybe stealth first, then
Yeah.
then perception.
That's a dirty 20.
Well, Scribbles stealth ain't that bad, so let's see. Wow, you really know how to do the comedic factor, Scribbles. I mean, I mean, it's not as bad as it could be, but it's also an 8. That's 6 plus 2. Or 2 plus 6.
You know what? I want to say this as the Scribbles. You're running, you're running, you're running, you're looking behind you, you're running again, you're looking behind you, there is no one there. Oh my god, you're doing it, you're gonna get home, you're gonna be safe. Ha ha ha, you smile, you've beaten the monkey. Monkey comes from the side and tackles you. It is you have been so looking forward to the back home and haha, I'm safe that you forgot the monkey inquisition.
Oh my gosh.
Could you make me, let's see, I think it's a acrobatics to escape a grapple.
Acrobatics or athletics, which I'm going to do the acrobatics because that's my better one. All right, let's see your acrobatics. All right, that's a 15. That's respectable.
Can I just say I love you. You're going up against a barbarian.
Oh, I know, but let's say normally, I mean, let's say it's better than what with the last roll.
Yeah. Oh my god, Lynn, you did not need to go this hard. But
oh my, did you get a nat 20? No.
No, but it's a 25. It's just she lets you almost escape just for this moment because she's just like sometimes you gotta let a wizard think that they can escape. It's good for their ego to think that for a moment they could escape, and then no heart emoji. You are pinned once again by the monkey with the shovel on her back. You know, I gotta admit, this is high-key entertainment. You're really providing me my enrichment. It's great. Thank you.
Oh, so this is all entertainment. I'm very happy that you're entertained.
Indeed, it's absolutely wonderful.
Fair enough. But I ain't down for the count just yet. As make a con save as you feel the air spark with electricity.
Alrighty. What's your con save gonna be on this one, Lynn, my beloved? That is a 13 plus 6. That's a 19.
So, I need to see something really quickly. Constitution. Okay. I still can teleport, but you only take half damage as Scribbles does Thunderstep.
Oh, that's good. I love that spell.
Yeah. So let's see.
Just for humor's sake, Lin, when it's like comedic and fun, just does get the slightly staticky fur. It's fluffy. It's fluffy.
So let's see. That's a 15, which rounded down is 13.
It's rounded down as what?
Half the it's 15. Half rounded down would be 7.
Yep.
Sorry, I was trying to do math in my head.
Oh no, she's lost 7 of her 112 HP.
And Scribbles is just dashing.
Lin, prayer handsing in me. He's providing me the enrichment at the same time. Oh, when I get him, he's going in a hole. He's going in a hole. I hope his garden has a hole. I hope he has a garden. I hope he has a garden. And then she is absolutely giving pursuit yet again. Meep, meep, motherfucker.
Indeed. Let's roll survival again. Let's see how well we do.
Yep, come on. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you.
Oh, Scribbles knows how to bring the comedy. That's another nat 1.
I was thinking, wow, that's actually low for you, Lin. For once you rolled like an 8 plus 6. That's one of the lowest, and you still managed to get a nat 1. So it's just, it's getting more onto his turf. So she's like, okay, a bit less familiar with this area, but I'm still going, and he is, bless him. Scribbles, how you doing, mate?
How is he doing? He probably say, what sort of comedy can we provide with as he's running down? Maybe, I know. He literally runs into a glass window as people are carrying it.
The comedy of those things.
Yeah.
Why do I think Marigold has actually jumped over one of those at some stage.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh my gosh, that's another 6 damage.
How much health does he have?
He has 30 hit points. It's not bad. Out of 42.
That is about 30% of his health, I think, off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Scribbles, I love you. There is a moment where Lin actually slows down in her jog just to witness this, and she's literally just going, I have not hurt you. You have hurt yourself in your own confusion more than I've done anything to you.
I
know. Wizards.
Wizards.
Just slow, she slows her jog because it's just like, come on, I know you can do it. And then does just wave at the guys who've got the glass, just like, oh, hi, I know those guys. Great job.
Scribbles
You're
just
doing amazing.
Scribbles just like, I am not surprised.
I know so many people.
I know you do.
I have a file of great. Anyway, we were doing something, weren't we? I'm just going to wait until the glass is out of sight. Thunderclap.
All right.
Roll me another goddamn con save.
Let's see how he does on a con save. You got him. That's a 7.
Yes. All right. And guess what? It's a D6 to roll.
Roll them dice. Oh my god, did you get a 6?
Do you want to lose another 6?
Oh my gosh.
That means you've had a 666 now.
Oh my gosh.
I just like the mental image of how it happened. Is she caught up? She waited until the glass was out of sight, and then she did it immediately. It's just like, what? Throws her arms up in the air, delighted.
Yes, it did work.
It's thunderclap. It's a great cantrip.
It is a great cantrip. I agree. And so is this. As I'm guessing she's over him.
Yep.
So let's see if he can make this as sparky hands start to appear. As he's gonna shocking grasp her.
And what kind of save is that? Just God, I love
No,
this too.
nothing. It's a nat 1 again.
Oh my god!
He's still very dizzy as he like tries to shocking grasp and say her, but then accidentally just like flops his hand and he shocks himself.
This is almost it's sad, but it's brilliant. But it's sad. You're a wonderful wizard, but it's you're a wet paper towel of a man. I love you.
That's 5 damage to himself.
Not a 6, alack and alas.
Unfortunately.
Then just straight up, just prayer handsing over him. You hurt yourself in your own confusion, you wet paper towel of a man.
Hey, I defeated a dragon!
You did, that's true. You can't defeat a monkey though, can ya?
He just glares at her. Maybe if I was actually in fight mode, I'm in flight mode.
Yes, you had the wings for it earlier.
Yes, it's fun using that spell. You can get around really fast.
Indeed, it looked peckin' fantastic. Honestly, I wish I could learn that spell. I can't learn that spell. I can, however, jump very far and do awesome shit myself.
You also can hit very good, which is also nice.
Indeed. Speaking of, grabbing the shovel from her back and she full on just there is a cartoonish noise with it.
Yeah, Scribbles just looks like, oh boy.
Do you want to try running one final time? Do you want to try running one final time? I'll give you a head start, monkey promise. And she's saying it with the one hand on her chest. You could almost see a halo forming over her head.
Yes, but he then used Fog Cloud again.
I hate this spell!
Yep. And he running. Oh Lord, he running.
Oh Lord, he running home. And here's a question I have for you. Does his house actually have a garden?
No, it's an apartment.
Damn it! We want a garden. Do you think there's any building nearby that has, those one of those communal garden things?
You know what? I haven't. You know what? Let's just say a Scribbles apartment has one right next to it.
Yay! Lynn is actively going to go, I am not going to pursue him. I am just going to cast Longstride on myself and get there because I have the compulsion to dig.
And
she's basically going to use her extra speed to get there and lay an ambush of dig, 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 dig. Is this 6 foot deep? Brilliant.
You want to roll one last survival then?
Yes. I love this so much. Lynn, you do not need to roll this high for this stuff, but it is okay because I love you.
Yeah, that's more than enough to get there ahead of Scribbles. He's a scrawny wizard who's just using what he has.
Would he even like to roll a con? Because, buddy, you have been running so much.
Oh, yeah, he probably does need to roll a con.
You were bashed into a billboard. You have bashed into a pane of glass. You have had a monkey stand on your chest multiple times.
Yeah. Thank you, Dice, for giving us the perfect picture, as that's a 6.
The stagehand 6.
Yes.
You running, oh Lord, you running. You are a wizard who is designed for libraries and study and university. My fine guy, there's only so much running you can do before the
Yeah.
Lord decides. No.
He can do sprints, but he can't do marathons.
No. No.
As Scribbles is just panting as he gets back, as he sees Lin waiting for him. And he's like, Peck.
Look, I made your rest stop. Get in and tackle.
I don't think Scribbles has the energy anymore. So he's just like
You're
a whip.
in the hole.
He's just a limp noodle in Lin's arms.
Yeah, you are scooped. Plod, plod, plod. In the hole. Dump. Now, you are in the hole made by the shovel. This
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful shovel.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Gaze upon my fine shovel, and she's literally like, she's buried it halfway in the ground, just like above this hole, and is gesturing at it. Just gaze upon this magnificent shovel that has been passed down from my family for generations for one sole purpose. And she's literally she's going full dramatics on this one. The
Yes.
raised finger and everything.
Yeah, and Scribble is just like, alright, let's hear this. He has accepted defeat.
You have accepted your fate. Freaking fantastic. And then she crouches by the edge of the hole and she's like looking down at you. And she's letting a bit of her magic come to the surface. So she has got the bright sparks of orange in her eye and almost like a flame-like candle behind her teeth. She's jabbing Your Honor. She's just like, so, Scribbles, what are your intentions with Ms. Selli?
My intentions are to marry her and make her the happiest woman alive.
And I'm going to roll deception because, quite frankly, Lin is loving this and is also finding this adorable. Forget that even on a low roll, Lin has a very high deception because that's a +10. And that's going to beat your passive for definite. It's just...
Yeah. Yes, that's a dirty 20. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Scribble can't incite that unless he gets in. Yeah, he can't. And he's like. And he's just like, I want to love her and cherish her every day. I want to make sure she is comfortable no matter where we go in life or what happens. Want to protect her. He just takes a couple breaths. He's tired, Your Honor.
He's tired, Your Honor. And quite frankly, he's a cinnamon roll.
Yes.
You have been through many chaotic things in life. After all, you have just fought a dragon with Miss Selli.
Yep.
You intend to get into further chaos, Miss Selli?
I mean, he gestures. This is Inkwell, Toontown. There's no place in this continent that there's not gonna be chaos.
God, yeah. Lin has made a board at one stage, which was, you know that meme of, there is so much crime, why would you live here?
Yeah.
Lin was promptly told, put down that board. You're not allowed that board.
Yes.
And of course, there is also the factor of Miss Selli has children. There is Marigold, and there is Scratch, and Scribbles, you can blatantly say, hey, that's your kid.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's like, hey, that's my kid. Technically, both of them are my kids.
I'm doing the questioning here. This is my dramatic monologue, not yours. Shush. Shush, one in hole. You are in a hole. Who has the high ground here? Me. I get to decide who has the children.
Scribbles is just like, and he just makes a go on gesture with his hand.
Do you promise to love and cherish these children alongside Miss Selli?
Yes, I do. Forever and always.
Very good. Now, it's high-key likely that you possibly will want to move to a different accommodation.
I mean, yes. I say, you should see the reward I got for that dragon fight. It's a whole bag of rare gems, platinum, and other valuables.
The bag! Just, that is going to be... Lynn, you did not need to roll the deception to cover that up with a cough that was that big, but okay. That is a 28 for the deception of... What the fuck? Just holy picking hand baskets on that one.
As you know, it was guarding a horde. There was a horde.
There was a horde. This is what your student loans go into.
Yes.
There is just the sage nodding from Lynn. Just, of course. All right, and you have promised to love and cherish. And of course, there is the factor of if you end up breaking one of their hearts or all of their hearts, you must understand that there are consequences, including itty-bitty pieces that are scattered everywhere. They will never stop finding all the parts of you, Scribbles. They will never stop finding parts of you.
I understand that, and I know that is truth coming from you.
Good. We are in agreeable standing here. And of course, you already have the permission of the most important person in this talk. I'm presuming Ms. Selli already knows, and of course you've also talked to Rai.
Indeed.
We are not including the other member of that family because the volleyball head is both unimportant and not special in the slightest and only deserves to be spiked, not talked to.
I second that.
Fantastic. Very well, very well. So we have established the cherishing, we have established the consequences, we have established your understanding of responsibility. I give my blessing!
Scribbles just burst out laughing.
Hey! Silence! Silence in the hole! I'm throwing a slipper at you! I'm throwing a slipper! I'm just gonna roll Hammer's face. 8. Lynn pulls out a slipper. It's one of those really comfy ones, a nice blue one with a star on top of it. And then she's like, wait, no, I actually like this one. Hang on. Goes into Hammer's face, pulls out a pink one, and then goes, good enough! Throws it at you!
Yeah, Scribbles is not gonna dodge. He gets hit with a flipper.
You're in the hole! You have no reason to laugh! Stay in the hole! Stay in the hole! I'm gonna... And she's saying this completely jokingly, like waving the shovel around, just like, I'm gonna bury you! I'm gonna come it over! You're gonna have daffodils! Daffodils, I tell you! You hear me? Daffodils!
I didn't know that Lynn was into crime.
I can have crime as a treat. I'm a detective. I know. Look at me, Scribbles. I'm a detective. I know the paperwork to get out of problems. I can get a permit. And she is outright grinning at this point, just power of the permit. I have power.
I'm surprised that you don't have one already.
I, alas, do not have a license to kill. Pretty sure if I went to people, some of them would approve, but my spooks would go, Lynn, no. Alas, I am thwarted.
I see.
That said, this has been a wonderful, enriching shovel talk. I'm coming in the hole. There is now 2 people in this 6-foot deep hole.
Do you
And I
think
am gonna. Sorry, you go.
do you think you could spare some healing to a poor frail wizard?
Yes, I could. Kneel down, I'm short.
And Scribbles probably sits up because he was probably just laying in the hole.
Yes, you get dignity when you're being healed.
Yes.
And I am going to roll, because she's going to do it cure wounds.
Mhm.
And she's actually going to make this soft, okay? It's just, hey, you get a 6. But as she's doing this, it's she does it on your shoulder, like she clasps your shoulder with her good hand, and you get the smell of pumpkin spice and the warmth radiating from it, and do feel better. And then she's looking you in the eye and just going, I can see just how much you love Miss Selli, and that it's reciprocated. I've seen that you two had a decent bond since the first time I met you. Stay true, and you're gonna do just great together. And know it.
Scribbles does put a hand on top of hers, the one that's touching him. He's like, "Thank you. That does mean a lot."
I admit, I don't get romance myself much. It never seen much of it myself. Well, seen it within the family. Not really clicked for me, but stay
Uh,
true. You
I
have
don't.
this, you got a brilliant bond, and I can't wait to see it shine.
I don't know. I feel like you do have a chance.
Eh? What exactly do you mean by that, eh?
I don't know. I feel like that. I think you may get into wizards.
And you've got Lynn tilting her head to one side, just. And the expression she's giving you is very much the distinctive, did you hit your head way too much, buddy?
No, Scribbles. This is Scribbles' turn to like do the grin on his face.
I'm casting another cure wounds on you, buddy. Just, you are getting backed in the face, and I'm going to roll in an intelligence of just the. Because this monkey, God bless her, I love Lynn so much. She doesn't get her own emotions, in that she hasn't quite realized, hey, Lynn, yes, that's your partner, and you love him, and you want him in your life forever, and you make extra chili in your home because you know you want him to come home. And yes,
Yes.
you like sleeping with him because it makes the dreams better. And yes, that's the person you want to grow old with. At the same time, she's just here going, that's my partner, and I love him. You pure Lynn. That's my partner, and I love him. And I just rolled. God. Okay.
I mean, roll. Say Scribbles is gonna cast. Scribbles is gonna smile as he casts guidance on you.
Yes, please, because that was a 2 plus 3 on the dice for a wisdom check. And I'm gonna. What's the guidance? What
Guidance
roll?
is D4.
D4. I don't even think with a D4, even if she rolls high on that, she's getting. That's plus 3, so that is a 8. You've got this monkey who through her entire life so far has had plot hooks for romantic interest, and pretty much every time gone, yeah, no, you're weird, kick you in the place where the sun don't shine. She's looking at you as though you've grown a second head. You confuse me, you strange, strange picnic.
And your aloofness astounds me, Lynn.
Can you give me a second hint on where on earth your wizardy chicken brain has gone?
To a friend of yours, he did show me some nice tricks. I mean, he was a very fighty wizard, but I think, I think there may be something.
You're talking about Dot, dot, dot. Lynn bolting upright. I need to go make a board immediately.
Lynn, and he like scruffs her.
Yeah! Throw me down! Throw me
Yeah.
down! I need to go make a board! I need to go. I'm leaving you in this hole! I'm leaving you in this hole, you terrible wet paper towel of a wizard!
You're gonna help me out of this hole. You know I can't climb for shit. 2, you don't need a board for this sort of stuff. You say
Yes, you know. Look at me. I am designed to design boards.
yes, you're designed to design boards. I agree there. But sometimes you just need to take a leap of faith.
I'm gonna roll an impulse control check. That's a nat 1. She's considering. She looks at you with those big brown and orange eyes, and then goes, "Consider, board." And she's going to plant a foot on your chest and cast Longstrider on herself again to leap.
Lynn, get back here! At least get me out of the hole!
Can't stop, won't stop! Stay in the hole, you motherfucker!
Lynn!
She runs away about, I'd give it 2 rounds, just like a good 12 seconds of, oh no, Scribbles, you're stuck in the hole. And then she comes back. Because she's gonna throw you a rope, because she's not gonna leave you stuck in a hole. That's just sad.
Scribble thanks her for the rope as he climbs up it.
Just, there. We barbarians have to be there for the noodle-armed wizards out there.
Indeed. You do. And he gives her a wink.
You're going back in the hole if you keep winking like, you know what? No, make an athletics check. I was kind to you, and this is how you treat me. Hole for 1,000 years.
That's a -1 to the roll. That's a 9.
Oh my god. I love you so much. You wink, and it's just the cartoonish hand on your knee, one-handed shove.
Ah! There's a poof of dirt.
Oh shit, get hit, motherfucker! Stay in the hole. Bye.
Ah!
When we bury you, you'll make wonderful tea and chili veg.
You're gonna make Selli really sad if you do!
She's a cleric!
Scribble's just like, ugh. She still needs the ring!
She was so tempted to leave again. It's just like, I can't do this. Turn back around. The rope's still there. Climb this time.
Scribble climbs.
There's the ring, motherfucker. I'll give it to her. I'll propose. I could propose.
No, you can't. They say, she's mine. I say, nope. And as he climbs up and reaches the top, he gives her a little flick to the forehead.
In this world, anything can happen.
Indeed, including you falling for someone.
Hey, roll me insight.
All right. Nat 20!
Okay, how do I word this? You, Scribbles, you've been in love now. And you can see the way that Lynn does seem to be puzzling through this. Straight up, this monkey thought she was aromantic for all of her life. She thought romance wasn't a thing for her. Perfectly was all right with that. Honestly, she's still got the half of the Arrow Ace card. Now she's trying to think through it, and you do actually see her go slightly soft. There is a look in her eyes of just. You don't know whether she's quite figured out romance partner or QPR partner or something, but you can see that she's puzzling out, okay, I want to think about this further and make a board because I want to do this right.
Scribbles gives her a soft smile and hand on the shoulder. It's just like, it's daunting, troubling to yourself. You can be scared because you maybe not experienced this before, but yet you still want to be with someone. But hey, it's, well, it's kind of a mystery in a way. And I don't mind you making a board, of course, but as long as, well, you're the person of bonds, as long as you have a strong bond with them, well, you could say you two can do anything.
That's true. It's Gregory's pecking fantastic. They've survived a lot of shit together. They'll survive a lot more, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure of that. He is pretty powerful. I'm just a little bit smarter than him. And he's just smirking. He's trying to make a joke.
You're saying that to me while you're still in shoving distance from the hole.
Hey, I dug. Well, you dug the hole for me, but I can dig myself deeper.
Yes, you can. Also, I'll tell you this. I'm scared every day. It's kind of a thing with me. I've always been scared, but I'm not scared when he's involved. And she's been like, she full on reached back towards you and just like put a hand on the arm that has been like on her shoulder. It's just like, yeah. That's someone I want to talk to on this front, but we'll see.
Scribbles
Also,
nods.
yeah. Also, yeah, you did insult my picnic. You insulted him. You insulted my honey. You insulted my love. You're going in the hole again, shove.
Fair enough. I could help. I could help it. We wizards are a little bit egotistical.
Yeah, it's I know from, and she's like standing over the hole that you are now in because by God, your cons, your decks, everything is just out the window. She's just standing there now, just looking in, just going. I gotta admit, last time you were with him, you said, "Hey, don't look at the magical child." And what did he do? He looked at the magical child and blinded himself. So honestly, wizards have hubris.
Yes, they do. Very big hubris. Was he okay though? Did Hugh and Marge take care of him?
Yeah, Hugh, March, and Decimal looked after him, and I went over for a bit. It was all good.
That's good. Wanted to make sure.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing fine. We're going on cases together and stuff. It's great. I'm not helping you out the hole this time. Picnic.
Wait. He just like raises a hand, even though it's not out of the hole. It's just like, speaking of cases, have you heard anything?
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific on that front, Picnic. I admit the plot lines are converging. And I'm gonna roll off your earlier nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, she looks tired at saying that. Like, she's fully on reaching into her hammer space. She pulls out a hip flask. You don't know what's in it. Spoiler alert, it's tea.
Scribble sighs. The Pokemon case. Anything new?
Afraid not. I've been thinking on it. Well, actually, correction. Met two interesting folks, found out some more information. I'm coming in the hole. Just like, this is no talk to have on the street. Sometimes you just gotta get in the hole.
Yep.
Hops down. Mild wince of, oh, she's been burning the sketch today.
Yeah.
Okay. Met two Pokemon, Arewashi and what was the other one's name? Abe, one of those. And I, the Vwild, cannot remember the correct pronunciation of the name. Lin will give the correct one. It's just I am Bobo the Fool. RJ,
I think
love.
it's a Galliade.
Yeah. And so she's just gonna go. These two individuals came to my agency, scared the peck out of Rye. Turns out the latter knew Rye back when before. Everything's fine, everything got resolved. We know that Cinnabar still stands.
I see. Well, that's at
And
least.
we all. Sorry, you go.
Say he's just like, oh, that's a good thing to note.
Mm-hmm. It's also a place that Helios is working out of in its entirety. We've narrowed it down due to certain things that the duo and Cassell saw. That we've got. Our opponents are 6 in total.
Mm.
We've already met several of them. Nick, for one of them, which was interesting, as apparently there are doors on this island, and his was the only one that wasn't glowing. Might mean he's blocked off from it all, might mean something else.
Possibly, since say ghost and dark types can't go through the barrier, so maybe that also works with teleportation magic. So none of them can try to get any ideas and dimension door out of the island. Which, I mean, unless they're a very very strong swimmer, you can't make that swim. But still,
I mean, ghost types can float, so.
it depends. Yeah, I don't know if that has a limit or anything, but that's fair.
But they've all got rings around their ankle. There are multiple things on this front. We found a journal. I'll fill you in on all of that on another day when we're not, out in the open. But
Fair.
Scribbles, can I be frank with you a sec?
Of course you can, Lynn.
All of this that's happening, I hate to say it, but it looks like it's going to be a war. And we're straight in the middle of it.
He puts his hand through his hair. I mean, I could definitely. I'm not to say that I'm surprised, especially since, well, we know the Peckneck who started it all. I'm pretty.
Yeah. I mean, it takes 2 to tango, it takes many to have a war. We don't know all the information. I don't agree with what Helios is doing nowadays, but it's persecution and a whole crockpot of stuff that we're not going to get. It's dangerous. Incredibly so.
I knew that the moment we were going in.
Yeah. It's how this ends, I don't know. It's judging from a detective standpoint, I'm gonna put things in a term that I understand. It is a heavy plot line that is going to come to a head in something pretty impressive.
I mean, it would have to. We are. Say. I mean, Helios can still move around, even if it's not his true body, and those.
Yeah, which he hasn't got a body, which is something that's Like, having the others, is he drawing from the others? Or are they making him the puppetry?
I would
It's
have to assume they have to make the puppetry for him, or at least at the beginning. But the moment he perfected that spell, he could transfer his conscience to one of those dolls and start making stuff himself.
indeed, and I'm concerned that that's probably why he brought Faber into it. Give the thing to Faber, Faber then perfects it and figures out how to transfer things. You copy the notes or understand that side of things. Everyone looks at Faber as the person who can do it. You take the final thing and then silence the guy.
Yeah.
Or it could have been that we focused on him too much. I don't know.
I don't think we have all the answers. And unfortunately, the Peckneck who has probably the most answers, we don't. Probably not the best to talk to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the tricky part about it.
Indeed.
If I had to guess, and this is just a theory, but I guess I would have to guess that Ark is the one who, well, put Helios in this state. He is a skilled artificer.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot to it. There's also the fact that honestly I'm kind of astonished. I mean, this is dark, but I'm kind of astonished that he didn't, if he hates dark types and ghost types so much, not just with the eggs, she kind of mimes just smashy.
Yeah, Scribbles does like a slow head nod. Is like, yeah, I agree.
Honestly, another thing that astounds me is that it hasn't been more hullabaloo over everything. I mean, we were spotted by the ferryman. Okay,
That's
I'm
what.
trying to I'm
That's
trying to
what.
keep an ear out
That's the
for you.
thing. I'm. I mean, maybe he can't directly go against Ark, but I would have to assume by now, since Ark hasn't tried taking Selli back or anything, or at least not that
Mhm.
I know of, try to
Oh,
spy on us. Say, kind of has to be on our side, and he does that our side in quotations.
I'm gonna roll Lin a intelligence for something. That's my Lin. There we go. And Lin's nodding along on this, and then just goes, and I'm. There are a lot of people who could be against what Ark has done, but can't resist him. I mean, we've seen what happens if you resist him. You either get,
Exactly.
yeah, it's not good,
Yeah,
especially now that he controls an entire island and has all the propaganda.
indeed.
Same same time, you've got the Mew the Hood leader, who's the one in charge of the eggs, and you got the ferryman who takes the eggs to the place. Now, the thing I'm finding interesting is someone I know who had 2 kids who he got as eggs.
Oh, and Scribbles does look curious.
The 2 I was looking for on the island that I said were kids of another guy, a pirate sort of thing, named Ralph. It's how I knew how to find Nick and that sort of stuff. So, either those eggs happened to fall over the side, or they just weren't reported missing.
Scribbles nods. I intend to believe the latter, with how, again, we haven't heard anything from Ark about us going to the island. I would have to assume that the ferryman, just decided not to tell about that.
Indeed. So, I'm not saying we immediately trust. I mean, they likely can't go against, but we might have something there.
Possibly.
And if we've got something there, we might have a way of getting further information.
I. It's funny you would say that! Scribbles rubs the back of his neck.
The way you say that makes me concerned. What have you done?
I haven't done anything yet, but I was actually thinking of going back and, well, I have the Pokemon craft book, but I've tried to make the stuff, but I have been finding no luck. I was hoping going back to the island to, well, say say ask them for help. But say I thought maybe along the way I could possibly ask the ferryman some questions.
Why does this not surprise me? You're a wizard. You're all reckless as Peck. But then again, my middle name is Reckless Picnic. Right. I give my approval for this. I was also contemplating putting one of my informants there. We'll work something out. We'll see if we can work something out on that front.
I don't mind I don't mind backup if you are really concerned, but at the same time,
I am very concerned all of the time. It's my job.
fair. But at the same time, this needs to be done very quietly.
I know just the informant for the job.
Now you got me concerned, because I've already met two of your informants, and one of them put on a very, very, very convincing fireworks show.
You met 3 of them that day. You just didn't notice her.
Scribbles is just like, what? But he's not gonna push it.
And I'm just saying here and now, you would have recognized that there was the guy doing the boat.
Yeah.
The boating.
Uh-huh.
It was a UPA and mink. You would have recognized that there was the very happy, you think, goblin.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going with you did not notice the 3rd member of the party because she is damn good at not being noticed, and Lynn is cackling. It is that kind of cackle of, oh dear God, you scheming.
There. And Scribbles just smiles. Yeah, Scribbles just smiles and rolls his eyes, but then gets a thought. You know, you do have a point of how the Mutherhood hasn't done anything against it, but maybe that was a deal from them to Ark. That he wanted them to, and he does the motion of smashy, and but they would be openly opposed, and I mean, who wouldn't be? Maybe this was their compromise.
The lesser of 2 evils.
Exactly.
And hey, Yonhua has set up a really good island that's just hidden.
Yeah.
It's, quite frankly, out of all things considered, it's the best it could have ever got, especially with druid magic involved. I mean, seriously, the mother pecker didn't think through, hey, let's take all the people who have druidic magic and not have them on our island.
Yeah.
Dumbass, ballhead.
I agree. Very dumb ass of him. And I'm just like head in hands, just like, you didn't think this through at all. Yes,
it's prejudice. It's xenophobia. It's a lot of prejudice, a lot of xenophobia, and probably a lot of other factors, but mainly, I don't care, get spiked, you mother picker.
I agree.
Okay, but we'll straighten some stuff out. I'll see if I can mobilize my informant. We'll talk more on that at some point. I'll have to talk to her first because she's got some habits that I will have to talk to her again on. I'll make sure she has the bundt cake as a reward if she does good. But yes, right now, we focus on the happier things and we will mobilize that at a later date. Right now, we have so much to think about and plan for and predict and deal with, including, all of that. At a later date, we're shelving it, we're putting a pin in it. Right now, you are going to go and have a wonderful time with Selli and your kids.
Indeed. But hey, if you can keep a secret, I can show you the ring. And he smiles.
Oh, please do. Please do.
And
I can keep... Look at this monkey. Look at this fur. Look at this fluff. This fluff is full of secrets. And he fluffs it for emphasis. This is the fluff that could drown a small child.
I can fully believe that, as Scribbles, takes out a small ring box and opens it, and you see this ring.
Oh, Scribbles, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a rose gold ring band, pretty much, but inset in it is a diamond with a Pokemon symbol.
Oh, that is beautiful. She's gonna love it.
I hope she does. I wanted to make sure the symbol was correct.
What's it mean?
It's what she has on her pendant. It's the unbekannst letter C for her name,
Ah,
Celeste.
perfect. You two are going to be incredibly happy together.
Also, I may have had it blessed by unbekannst themselves.
You know, that'd do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've now met him twice.
Our lives are picking weird that we can just both go, oh, hi, I've met a god, and it just be a normal conversation. Our lives are picked.
I mean, you're not wrong at all.
I've met multiple gods. I've punched a god in the face.
I technically punched a god in the face.
How did that work out?
I mean, he stopped being a douche after that, kind of, but we took care of him.
You know what? You're one up on me on that front. So kudos to you.
Yeah, it was a time. That's someone else's whole plot thing, and that's a whole other thing. Though met this one nicer god at least.
Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Make sure to drop the plot lines that are going like that, like a hot potato. Okay, look at me, Scribbles. Look at me, and she's gonna full on just like leap up to like grab your face, smush it between her hands, and go, "Don't go down those plot lines. Don't do it."
Scribbles nods, but at the same time, it's one of those nods. It's just like, okay, it's too late, but okay to make you happy.
Look at me, Scribbles. Look at how many plot lines I've been in, and look at what it's done to me. Don't follow my example.
I think it's. Scribbles gives her a pat in the head. I think it's too late, but I appreciate the concern.
Oh, you're too young.
Too young? You're younger than me.
I've been at this job for over 10 years. By my standards, I'm ancient. Do you know what normally happens to a detective who's been in Ainquil for 10 years? They ascend to the dead mentor plot. Don't follow me.
I hope not. You're younger than me.
I'm younger than you, but by God, I'm not young. I'm not young anymore. And you know what? She's seeing this. She's seeing how it could turn. And no, she's just going, no, I am going to ham this instead. We're not having angst today. And she is just full on. Hands raised to the sky now. The dramatics of, hi, Mo, don't follow my legacy. Don't do it, picnic. Learn from my mistakes. And I'm going to roll her performance just because it's fun.
Gosh. Yes. I love Lynn. Oh, please tell me that's a nat 20. Nat 20! Yes!
This is a stagehand who has decided, yes, we've had a bit too much dramatic now. Now is time for Shenanigans. And she's just full on doing it. And you know what? She's got the climbing feature still. So it's so stealthy you don't notice it at first, but she is ascending. She is ascending. She is stealthily using her skirt to get her feet on the wall side of this grave and ascend. And now she's at the top just going, don't follow my example. After all, I'm not the one still stuck in the grave.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what? There's a rule of 3. You've ended up in there about 3 times now. you staying in there?
I mean, I could. However, he uses Misty Step to get out.
Ah, you motherfucker!
And he's by the apartment complex door. But I could also do this instead.
I'll get you one day, you motherfucker!
One day. But you have the tally board as he roll hammer space. Yeah, and he pulls out a little tally board of how many times he escaped from Lin. There's more on Scribble's side than Lin, but he does put one tally mark at Lin's. You got me once.
Lin is eyeing that board. I am going to do one final thing as rule of funny. She is keeping your eye. Behind her back, she is casting a spell.
Oh boy.
She's casting Unseen Servant. It is her last spell of the day, I think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it is her last spell of the day. I have got to pull up the Unseen Servant. You have a terrible... What would it be? What would it be? I'm going to say it's strength because I actually know the score of that.
Yeah.
What is a 2? That is a 10. So it's a -4.
Mm-hmm.
Could you roll me a strength save, please?
I mean, I can, but it's terrible. He has a minus to that.
So does this thing!
I know, so this is gonna be hilarious. Oh my god. That's an unnatural 1.
So it's just, there is Lin, just calm as day, staring at you, and then, hey, she's got a bit more orange to her fur, and there's a faint smell of pumpkin spice now that you're in the right wind direction, and there is a creak of wood next to you, even though you can't see anything. Something plucks the bit of chalk out of your hand, and he's just doing tally marks on Lin's side.
Oh, you mother pecker.
Billboard, stained glass, the pane of glass, me standing in your chest twice, you going in that hole 3 separate times, and now you lost a fight to my unseen servant. I love you, Unseen! You're doing a great job! And so, yeah, it's just the unseen servant is doing the tallies, and you can't see anything because it's unseen.
Oh yeah, Scribbles knows this spell. He's just like, I'm not surprised.
It's great. I love it. It could hold an entire pie. And there's the creak of wood, as though Lin like full on now raises her hands in front of her and manipulates. And the way the chalk moves, you think that the unseen servant has taken a bow as commanded.
Scribbles just smiles and rolls his eyes.
Alright, you go in and be with your wonderful lady and your kids. Hope they tackle ya.
I
I'm going
hope
home.
not. Alright.
No, hey, wait, if they're inside, that's probably less than 120 feet. Points at like the window of where your family should be.
Yeah.
And he's just going to basically spam it, hoping someone's in, going, hey, your father's about to come inside, tackle him.
Yeah.
Tackle him. Do it for your Auntie Lin. Tackle him. And then she's gonna leave.
Oh my gosh, I love Lin. I love her so much.
She's had her enrichment for the day. She's developed some plot. She's made some plans.
Indeed.
She put a wizard in a hole 3 times. She's satisfied.
And Scribbles is satisfied too.
And so she's just gonna straight up just at this point just walk away and then just have a nice time.
Yeah, and Scribbles waves goodbye as he turns in and probably goes get tackled by Marigold and Scratch in the apartment.
And there's probably a noise that just outside Lin just smiles.
Yeah. Oh,
This was your day of monkey enrichment.
Indeed, and Scribbles has enjoyed it. Oh, I have enjoyed it. This has been a wonderful game.
It has. It has.
Oh,
Good golly. And
yeah.
hey, on all the plus sides, I will say here and now, Scribbles impressed Lynn enough through certain actions that she didn't bonkers the conkers him with the shovel. It was an option.
It was an option, but thankfully it didn't have to be.
Indeed. Thank you for doing this with me. It has been marvelous.
Oh, thank you for agreeing to do this with me. This has been amazing. I absolutely had loved it. Makes me so
All right.
happy.
Indeed. All right. Shall we say goodbye to our wonderful audience?
Indeed. Bye.
Bye-bye.